When you said to centering and going back to your breath, are
Yeah.
there any breathing exercises or just one you could share with us or we could go through together just so people can, understand, well, what does that mean to, focus on my breath or go back to my breath because that's my life force. And I don't think people really understand what that means because a lot of us take very shallow breaths. We don't even realize that we're doing that, that we're not giving, we're not fully expanding our lungs and taking real breaths to sustain our life force.
Yeah, I can take you guys through box breathing. You're going to inhale for four of a four count. You're going to hold that for four. You're going to release on an exhale for a four count and then rest at a four count. So I'll walk you guys through it. And if you are watching and you are like at home in a seated position, or maybe you're on the couch, just go ahead and like uncross your legs, maybe remove all distractions, and make sure your feet are planted but your back is also supported on wherever you are. And I just invite you to place one hand on your heart and then one hand below your belly, and just you're going to want to breathe from there, from your diaphragm. So you're going to breathe in on the count of four. One, two, three, four. Hold. Four, three, two, one. Exhale. One, two, three, four. And rest. One, two, three, four. And just repeat it at your own pace, breathing in gently and holding and exhaling gently, just becoming aware of your mind and your body and your spirit and the sensations that you're feeling. And at your own time and space, when you feel comfortable, just come back into your time, into where you are, and just feel maybe a sense of light, of feeling lighter, right? Of feeling like you've released some of the tension, some of the stressor, some of the anxiety that may have been built up from the day. And just be able to learn that the box breath is can also be a way of letting go.
So, what other things can social workers do? Like, can they help me understand or translate some of the things that my provider tells me? Because I've heard oftentimes people will go, they feel like they have a decent relationship with their provider, but then they say, I'll leave and I don't remember or I don't understand half of the things that they told me to do.
Right.
So can a social worker be there as well? Or how what should I do about that if I don't really feel like I understand the information that's being
Yeah.
shared with me?
So we would explore further what is the barrier. Sometimes it can be a language barrier. Sometimes our provider is a person of a different ethnicity and their first language is something other than English, or maybe English is not your first language either. Sometimes it's an actual language barrier. Now, if it's tips and tools to feel empowered in those like 15-minute doctor's visits, sometimes it's, do you ask all the questions? Culturally, sometimes folks don't question their provider, they just take the information. We would assess what's going on. And they may say they talk down to me or they belittle me. And we can actually talk to the provider and let them know, hey, this is what their experience is. They still don't understand. Can you go back and explain it or have someone else explain it? And so sometimes when your care, you're done with your appointment or you're done with your visit, you're off on your own now. You can let them know, I still don't understand what I'm supposed to do.
I'm so excited to learn. So, what does a certified nurse midwife do?
Well, quite a bit. As a certified nurse midwife, my scope is fairly broad. We are notoriously known for helping people birth their babies, have get prenatal care, postpartum care. But what goes beyond that is we also offer contraceptive counseling. We can prescribe medications and also offer various reproductive health um, treatment and assessment. So I see people for a wide variety of things, not just the baby part, which is a fun part,